Today, I would like to talk about what the future holds for Shohei Ohtani's batting, and the evolution of Roki Sasaki, the monster in human form. First, let's talk about Shohei Ohtani. The unicorn is waking up. It is not perfect yet. However, he is clearly waking up. Shohei Ohtani himself must be well aware of this. The leadoff home run he hit the other day against Tomoyuki Sugino in the Rockies game was spectacular. Even with that home run, he takes the view that he is still not perfect. That is an amazing thing. Even with such a perfect home run, there are still parts that are lacking. If the ball had flown a little more towards center to left field, it would have been perfect, he feels. This attitude of pursuing his own potential to the limit is exactly why he is called a unicorn. As those of you who regularly watch this program and have an excellent sense for baseball already know, Shohei Ohtani's batting style looks unchanged, but it has actually changed significantly. His mindset in the batter's box, the way he welcomes the pitches thrown by the pitcher, and other subtle changes are happening. And it is clearly different from Shohei Ohtani's previous rhythm in the batter's box. There is no unnecessary tension, and when the count is shallow, he does not chase difficult pitches. After being pushed into a corner, he uses a sharp, relaxed swing to foul off borderline pitches that are barely strikes or balls, or sometimes turns them into hits. Rather than thinking about how to hit during his long-term batting slump, I speculate that he modified his batting with the primary goal of how to counter pitches without striking out. The result of this is the relaxed batting method. With a relaxed stance, as if he were waiting for a bus holding an umbrella on a rainy day at a bus stop, he starts his swing from there to match the pitch thrown by the pitcher. The bat, swung without any tension, smoothly makes contact with the ball thrown by the pitcher. Only at that exact moment does Ohtani put power into it to drive the ball back. The leadoff home run he hit the other day against Tomoyuki Sugino in the Rockies game was the exact embodiment of that form. It was truly wonderful. The advantage of standing in the batter's box without tension is that because there is no stiffness, a sense of calm is born in the mind. Having a sense of calm means that the accuracy of distinguishing between strikes and balls improves. Also, as I explained earlier, in addition to a sharp swing, the bat control becomes more precise. Because of this, it is possible to reduce the number of strikeouts. Furthermore, by swinging without unnecessary tension, there is also the advantage of increasing the possibility of turning pitches that are difficult to hit into base hits. Hits should be like Ichiro. Home runs should be spectacular, just as they have been. I see this as Shohei Ohtani's new batting style. I cannot wait to see Shohei Ohtani's future plate appearances. Right now, Munetaka Murakami of the White Sox stands out with his home run and RBI records. But when it comes to batting, it is still Shohei Ohtani. There must be many fans who think this way. It is finally about to begin. Shohei Ohtani's grand reopening is here. Next is the topic of Roki Sasaki. How will his pitching performance be this time? Every time Roki Sasaki takes the mound, there must be fans all over the world who focus on his pitching, warmly watch his performance, and send him cheers. I am one of them. Roki Sasaki is showing us his growth every time he steps onto the mound, little by little. He made his Major League Baseball debut last year, and during the regular season, he could not pitch as he wished, but in the postseason, he delivered performances where his strengths could be seen. This season, he is showcasing an even more grown appearance. This is only his second year in Major League Baseball. To use child rearing as an example, it is like a toddler who has finally learned to walk on 2 feet. Sometimes he loses his balance and falls on his rear. At that time, fans all over the world send cheers to Roki, and we just watch over him so that he can stand up on his own and start walking again. Through that repetition, he will grow splendidly. He will surely become a pitcher who represents Major League Baseball. In Japan right now, Roki Sasaki's performance has become a major topic among fans. The other day, Roki Sasaki's pitching against the Angels and the Brewers showed a completely different performance from the Roki Sasaki of the past. Fans are filled with joy and relief to see the pitching of Roki Sasaki that Japanese fans know so well. His great pitching against the Angels took place on the mound at Angel Stadium, where Shohei Ohtani previously made huge waves as the next Ohtani among pitchers. It was the perfect place to welcome his beginning as a new unicorn. Sasaki showcased a wonderful performance against the Angels. It is safe to judge that he has made his true start as the next Ohtani among pitchers. His great pitching against the Brewers the other day further expanded expectations for Roki Sasaki's future. Regarding his great pitching against the Angels, some media and reporters who love to criticize Roki Sasaki commented things like it was a fluke or the opponent was too weak. But after Sasaki's appearance against the Brewers, articles criticizing Roki Sasaki are hardly seen anymore. Of course they aren't. Because Roki Sasaki pitched brilliantly and proved that he is the next Ohtani among pitchers. Unlike Yamamoto, Sasaki still has many areas where he falls short. His control has improved, but his pitch speed has not yet reached its original velocity. Also, it is still far from the kind of mound presence where he dominated games during his Nippon professional baseball days. However, it is only a matter of time before we see Roki Sasaki leaping forward even further in the future. His struggle is adapting from the Nippon professional baseball official ball he was used to the slippery Major League Baseball official ball. For Roki Sasaki, who achieved a perfect game during his Nippon professional baseball days, it is easy to imagine that the transition from the Nippon professional baseball official ball to the slippery Major League Baseball official ball was not easy. The fact that he was struggling in Major League Baseball is exactly for this reason. The media and reporters who criticize Sasaki place far too little importance on that fact. For a pitcher, the official ball is an important tool of the trade into which they put all of their talent to throw against opposing batters. The fact that this tool is different between Nippon professional baseball and Major League Baseball is like telling someone who can only speak Japanese to establish a life speaking only English. That is unreasonable. It is something that takes time. However, because expectations were high for Sasaki, he was not allowed to take his time. Even so, he struggled, and in his Major League Baseball debut year, he had a very hard time as a pitcher. He could not adapt to the slippery ball in time, and even experienced a demotion to the minors during the season. There was an issue where his velocity would not come out, but that was because during his time with the Chiba Lotte Marines. I think influenced by Shohei Ohtani, there was a period when Sasaki frequently used his slider. From around that time, Sasaki had become unable to showcase his proud fastball. With that condition remaining, by transferring to the Dodgers, the truth of the matter is that he ended up being highlighted as a Roki Sasaki who could not generate pitch speed. Last season, with the Dodgers, Sasaki was desperately trying to get used to Major League Baseball anyway, and also to regain his own pitch speed. He managed to make it in time for the postseason and was able to showcase a part of Roki Sasaki's greatness, but that was not perfect. His greatness is not limited to that level. He has better control, throws fastballs at 103 miles per hour, and the drop of his forkball is grand enough to rival Kodai Senga. That has gradually started to be seen from this season. His fastball velocity is still not enough. However, his forkball is increasingly hitting with a wonderful drop at times. His control accuracy, which was affected by the slippery Major League Baseball official ball, has also become better compared to before. One by one, Roki Sasaki was performing the work of reclaiming his true self. Despite being in that stage, some media and reporters demanded the performance they expected from Roki Sasaki. And if it was not as expected, they criticized him. I think that is truly pathetic. Roki Sasaki must have been mentally worn down at times by the repeated criticisms. However, he has fans all over the world on his side. Many fans, including myself, continue to send him cheers invariably, whether he is doing well or poorly. That is exactly why he has finally become able to show his true self in his second year in Major League Baseball. Roki Sasaki has only just begun. From here on, the world's fans will come to realize the true Roki Sasaki, and why Japanese fans support him. Roki Sasaki is a monster. That is all for today. Thank you very much.